Message. Welcome to my channel, the Garden of Eden. I am the goddess of heaven. Ooh. First of all, I would like to thank each and every one of my subscribers. Special thanks to the ones that listen to some of my videos, that actually listen. I appreciate that. Okay? All the comments, the likes. I appreciate all the interaction. Please leave me a comment on this one, okay? This topic, I haven't really got into this topic so much, this area of study, okay? But I would love to get some interaction on it, okay? We are going to discuss a little bit about physics and the science, okay, of time. We're going to talk about time. Yeah, along with time, you can't really discuss time without bringing up space. Time, space, sound. Yeah. If you would realize that they all are so closely related that they can be translated to be one and the same. Time, space, and sound. Yeah. Sound is time and space. Space is sound and time. Time is space and sound. I hope I didn't confuse you guys. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? So we're going to talk about time and the importance of the now, the present, being in the now and being present in where you are now. Because time is progression. Time is infinite. Time is indefinite. So it is something, even if we translate it into a person or an entity, time doesn't stop. Time refuses to stop. Okay? Time refuses to stop. Time, a point in time as measured in hours and minutes. That was one definition. Know that time, when we talk about time, the first thing that we think about is we want to throw out the numbers. So I say the time, and then you say, oh, it's 8:27 p.m. time. But actually, with me throwing out these numbers, again, numbers, everything boils down to numbers. It's all about numbers. We all know that, right? It's all about the numbers. So that's really what was created. The time system, that system of time with the minutes and the hours and the seconds was created in a means to attempt, and I say attempt, to track time, to keep up with time. All right? And that is in order to plan, to schedule, to arrange things. Yeah. So in order to plan, schedule, and arrange things, the system of time, the measurement of time was made up, created a system was created and broken down into seconds, minutes, and hours. So before the stat system was created, time just was. It just was. It just is. Time just, it just is. It just is. Yeah, time is okay. The measurement of time, when I say it is a 29, so that measurement in time, that system that was created, yeah, to enable to track or measure time, it was created to almost bring it into formation, into reality, into maybe even tangibility, or like, you can see it now. So it's like they thought of a way, and so clever they are. They thought of a way to bring time from out of the invisibleness that it is. To bring time out of space that it is. So space and time. Space is I'll say the invisibleness. Time, space is, I'll say nothingness, just to understand the invisibleness of it. But time is actually so big. Space is so enormous. Space. So you can have space as matter. So this phone, this here, matter have become matter. It's space. It's taking up a certain amount of space. Yeah. But it has become a matter of form, something to touch. So again, something that was created from nothingness, from space. Created from space, the invisibleness. Because there's an invisible space. This space right here, in front of me, here, is invisible space. This is invisible space. Right? So just space. So just how you might see particles and things floating, like just in the air. We'll say in the air. Space, in the air. There's something that goes floating, and it's like, how is that thing floating? Like, where did it come from? And now it's floating. What's holding it up to where it could float and it didn't automatically drop down? How's it able to hold steady in the air and float instead of immediately dropping down? So, now I'm thinking of gravity, right? But that leads me to believe that even space, in the nothingness of this space right here, is that thing is floating, like there is something there. There has to be something there. Like, how is it floating and not immediately like dropping down? So space is invisible, but look, because something is invisible does not mean that it is nothing there. So this is something I have been going over for a good while now, right? I really am into the physics of things. Yeah, the science and the makeup of things. Because that's where everything, I feel, that's where everything derives. Everything derives from, it's a physics to it, it's a science to it, it's a makeup to that thing. So this is kind of how one thing that happened, and it. Okay, so I have a closet, right? So I remember a couple months ago cleaning this closet out real good. Cleaned it out, removed anything that I didn't want anymore. I got that out, threw it away. Swept real good, mopped it. I only put a couple of things down at the very bottom, just a couple of things, down at the bottom. And then here, 2 months, 3 months later, I go to pull something from out of the closet and it's full of dust. Like full of dust, just in a few months. And I'm just like, I was wowed by that. So I'm like, I cleaned this out. How is it full of dust? So it's like space, like there's nothing there. It appears to be nothing there. But where did the accumulation of this dust come from? So I'm like, there must be invisible matter in that space that I put the items. Like it has to be. Where did the dust come from? That's the question. Like, help me, tell me. Please do. Put it in the comments. Tell me, where does dust come from? Where did that dust come from? When I cleared all of the dust out, put the items in, and 8-9 weeks later, I pull the items out and it's full of dust. Where did the dust come from? And for me, the dust came from what I will say is nothingness. It came from empty space. Appears to be empty space. But space, I'm saying, is not empty. Like it has an invisible realm we can't see that produces particles of dust. So that leads me to the spiritual realm, the spiritual realm, the spiritualness, not religion. I'm not talking about religion. You talk about religion, I think of like different groups that have been organized and separated into certain requirements and bylaws. They're groups. But spirituality, I see as a collective flow. Spirituality is a collective energy. Spirituality is so cool. It's so what's up. It's like spirituality. Let's say again, let's speak on spirituality. It's a person. It's an entity. Like that's their name. Like what's your name? Spirituality, right? So spirituality. Why we gotta call it a man though? Let's just say spirituality is a man. So I'm going to do my man voice. And what's your name? On spirituality. Spirituality is running things. Because spirituality is in effect everywhere, all the time, day and night, here and there, at the same time, simultaneously. You don't have to believe in spirituality. He don't need you to believe in him. He just is. He's omnipotent. He the man. You hear me? He running the show, whether you know it or not. Spirituality. Spirituality, baby, is way more than religion. See. Spirituality is everything. So now we back to time. Invisible. Spirituality, invisible. So it's the energy flow, the invisible energy flow, the invisible of time. So, for me, my thing has been, like, I'm not a realistic person. I'm not a person, honestly. I'm not like so in touch with reality. Yeah, they say you need to come back to reality. No. I will not, shall not come back to reality. I'm straight. See, with reality, I'm gonna tell you what goes along with reality. One thing, religion. Religion goes along with reality. So with religion, they have created these different systems, groups, sect. They have put rules on them. They have applied, laws that you have to go that you must govern. Yeah. They have attempted to make sense, their own sense and their own truth, right? That's reality. They tried to make their own truths of reality. They have said what they think is this and this and this, and they said this is the truth. This is reality. So I'm still gathering my facts on this one, but I'm just like, can you be either you're into reality or spirituality? It's like I'm feeling like it's one or the other, but I still got to give my information on that. Like, can you delve into both spirituality and reality? Can you do them both, or will one eliminate the other in certain times? Or is that what life is about? Life is about being in reality while embodying spirituality, right? Because I am into spirituality. Like, for me, not everything has to make sense for it to be. Yeah. So a lot of things that we can't make sense of, and that don't sound right, then in our head it registers like it's not true because it doesn't sound right to you, because you're not able to make sense of it. You're not able to make a law and create a law from it. So you say it's not true. I believe that there's some things, spirituality, that is not to be made sense of. Yeah. So there we go. So with the invisible realm, spirituality, you can't look You can't expect to see. With the invisible realm of space and time and spirituality, you can't really expect to touch and feel great like this matter. It is an invisible matter. And when it becomes invisible, you must feel. You must feel that thing. Woo! You got to feel it, you know. You don't like feel it, you know, because you can feel it again with a touch. You can feel it. You know, I have this cup. I can grasp it with my hands and I can feel it. I can tap on its existence. The matter of this existence, I can, right? But with the invisible realm of clear space, not even clear space, of empty space, appears to be empty space. Why? Because it's invisible. So you try to make sense of it, you know, because you can't see it. You can't touch it. Spirituality, you can't see or touch it. So because you can't see or touch it, then it becomes, it's not real. That don't make sense. No. If I must say, you're looking at it all wrong. You shouldn't be looking at it. Don't look at it. It's not to be looked upon. Okay? Feel it. Yeah, feel it, not with your hands. They're like, how you feel it if you ain't gonna feel it with your hands? Yeah. So then now the word consciousness comes into play. And for me, when I say, you know, you're conscious, you know, some people might relate to conscious as being the heart, you know, your consciousness of you. It's like the makeup of you. It's the everything of you. Yeah. So consciousness, to be conscious. So you become fully aware of self. Not just your thoughts, or not just how your heart feels, or, you know, it's not just one emotion here or there. It's not just one or two different emotions. Your consciousness is the makeup of you. Yeah. So if I was to pour, let's just say I was to pour the makeup of you in here, everything that you are, everything that you, this is you. I'm pouring you into this cup. This cup is full of you. What you are is in this cup. Your consciousness. And you, the invisible realm, must be felt with your consciousness, with everything that is you. And it leads to a knowing. It leads to a knowing. You know, you ever just knew something? I hear it all the time. I say it all the time myself. I knew it. I just knew it. Something told me. I knew. You're conscious. Your gut. Your intuition. It's invisible. It's only a feeling. So, man, I knew it. And I'm like, how did you know? Did blah, blah, blah call and tell you? How you know? You must saw it. Yeah, did somebody tell you? Did you hear it? Or did you see it? You must went and saw it with your eyes. And it's like, no. I didn't use any of those senses. The senses of reality. Is it 5 senses? Five senses? Sight, smell, touch, speech. Is that it? So for me, I would say that is the reality. The 5 senses, the 5 known senses, is the reality of that thing. You're able to provide proof through your eyes because you saw it. Oh, I saw it. So then you start to deal with spirituality, where you may not necessarily, probably not, you can provide proof. Because you use your inner senses of self, your consciousness, your gut, your intuition. So you may not have proof. You probably won't have proof. It's an inner knowing. You just know. You felt it. And let me tell you about spirituality. With spirituality, you cannot, you should not, it's not the best thing to feel the need for validation, agreement from others. Yeah. If you are a person that, you kind of need, somebody else come along and, kind of back you on something and, agree with you a little bit or say, oh yeah, that sounds good. If you're a person that kind of needs that, it won't, you won't be so quick to utilize your senses of your consciousness, your inner senses, your inner knowing, your gut, your intuition. So I don't know if to call this the 7th sense or the 6th sense, because honestly, I could see this sense here, this extra senses, as the 6th sense. This, 6 senses, 6 senses, y'all know the movie. So the young child had a 6th sense to where he saw things that nobody else seen. Invisible things. He saw dead people. 6th sense. So many of us don't use, we are afraid of, we don't even believe in the 6th sense of not believing in just having to see, touch, or feel. Yeah. But you have allowed the makeup of you, every sense, all 5 of them, you have aligned, you have allowed those things to align with self. Now you believe in all of it. The reality of seeing. Yeah, you see something, you can't unsee it. Yeah. And even with things that you see, there's an illusion there. Your mind, your conscious that. You have put that together. Like you've seen something a certain way, but you're able to see the truth out of it. Like, yeah, I saw that, but it was something else with it. Most people see something and they take it for what it is. Exactly what I seen, that's what it is. But when you begin to develop yourself, then you realize that everything that you see was not perhaps exactly what you seen. It's almost like you thought you saw it. Like you saw something. Example, I'm going to try to give an example. Example would be something like, if you walk into a room really quickly on 2 individuals, this could be your partner or not, but 2 individuals, and they're very close. They looked as if they were kissing. Like that's how close they was. So quickly you turn and leave. What did you see? Now you done told yourself what you saw was these two people kissing or getting ready to kiss. Now, lo and behold, the chick come to you later, y'all run into each other later, and you might ask her, or she might just feel led to tell you, girl, blah, 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 had wasted some ranch dressing on his shirt. I was trying to help him get it off because, that stuff looks so crazy on him. Now, here you go. Your eyes saw one thing. You saw something. And what you saw wasn't really even what was going on. So, I'm going to tell you about those senses. The reality senses. Sometimes you can't believe that. You know how they say, you can't believe everything that you hear. Girl, you know what I heard? I heard blah, blah, and blah. I was doing poop doo. For real? Now you heard that. Yeah, but never in your mind did you allow yourself to dissect that probably ain't even true. You take it in. Now you want something that you can believe in? Yeah. Don't miss me now. Something you can believe in. After you develop it, you have to develop yourself. You have to align all your senses. You have to develop yourself. It takes work. One thing you can believe and trust in is an inner knowing. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. Now, things within reality will come to test you, to try you, to see if you know what you're saying you know. So if you are not showing, proving like, I know this, I just feel it, but everything is not supporting what you're saying you know, it's like, do you know it? Or you have a strong feeling? Your inner guidance, we must begin to trust our inner guidance. Yeah. All right, your girl a little dry. A little rusty. Whew. Time and space. The space of the invisible realm. The space that appears to be nothing. Time, yeah, they've tried to measure time, but time actually is invisible. It's infinite, it's ongoing, it's progression. Spiritual energy is energy. Spiritual energy is an invisible space. So the importance of being in the now is one way in developing your inner guidance, developing your sixth sense of knowing, developing your consciousness, your intuitiveness. In one way is being and staying in the now, staying present. Okay? Because what's happening now is the only thing that matters. Nothing that happened in the past. All right? Now, when you say past, most of us, you say, oh, that's in my past. And we begin to think of years ago. But let me tell you about past. Past is always happening. Now, right now, it's always happening. The future is always happening. It's happening simultaneously. It's happening all at one time. And that's how beautiful time is. Time is so beautiful, so intricate. Time, I've heard them relate to time as being like a grandfather. So I would say time is wise. Wise. I say beyond its years, but it doesn't have years because it, to say years would be like a man-made system. So time is wise beyond infiniteness. Time is wise beyond itself. Past, present, future. And like, what you mean they happen all together? That don't make sense. Listen. You might need to go back and watch the video over because you missed a little bit if you're still trying to make sense of it. This is spirituality. This is consciousness. This is the invisible realm. You don't attempt to make sense of it. Okay? Your inner knowing will like give you a thumbs up when you hear something. And I know that this topic and this thing sounds elaborate, off the wall, I must say. I know that. Okay? However, to delve into this, what I'm discussing, do not attempt. That's when you're going to confuse yourself. It becomes very easy when you allow your sixth sense to get an inner standing. Don't understand it. Don't get under it. Let it be inner. It's an inner standing. You begin to feel what I'm saying. And I'm telling you, things will quicken within you and it will make sense when you feel what I'm saying. Use your reality sense of listening. Listen. Let your ear gate and you listen. And then it will quicken your sixth sense and you will feel what I'm saying. Past, now, present. It's a present right now. Each second is a present, future. Let's talk about a second. Yeah. When man made the system of time, so seconds, the shortest, smallest amount, distance of time is called a ziptosecond. So you say 1 second. A ziptosecond have been broken down into less than 1 second. A ziptosecond. Okay? So let's think of time even now in the present. Time is infinite. It's progressing all the time. It never stops. So even in the present, I'm always in the future. Listen. Now is past. Now is past. Now has passed. Now has passed. Now has passed. So now I have been saying now has passed for 25 seconds. All right? From the first time I said now, past, it's been about 30 seconds. That's the past. The past 30 seconds. The past. But for me, I feel like it's happening now. Because I'm saying it right now. But every time I say now, and I get to the end of the word now, it's past. Time never stops. Even in now. Past. Time never stops. It's a beautiful thing. So if you attempt to keep your mind, keep your subject of your day, of your moment in the past of things, whether it be a ziptosecond ago, just a ziptosecond, or it be 15 years or 2 years ago, and you continue to linger there, you're lagging. You're in a lag. You're in a lag, like you have been stuck. You're in a lag. Because we're in the now, and the now steady moving. Future. But you're stuck in a lag because you continue to delve on, worry about, care about, think about, consider, evaluate the past. So you're stuck in a lag. Then you have now. Now it's constantly moving to the past, and it becomes another set of now. So this now is going to the past. Now it's continuous, right? So as the now is continuous in moving past, next, after I say the now and it moves to the past, the future is right here waiting. The future is right here. It's constant. Time is constant. It's infinite. It's always progressing. It just is. It just is. Now, do you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my now past again, but I'm gonna show you how the future is continuous as well. The forward movement is continuous as well. Just as the past is continuous as well. The past is leaving. Next is coming. Next is always there. It's not even coming. It's always there. It's existing. Time. It just is. Now, past. Now, past. Now, past. Look at that now. That now past is it's almost out. But we have this now past. This is right here in the present now. Now, past. Now, past. But you have the future right here, not stopping ever, coming. They say forward movement. It's like you have to keep it going. It's a hustle and a bustle. Okay? Do not get caught in the lag of yesterday, of the last ziptosecond. Yeah. This is a whole nother video. I actually have videos on this. Now I'm just thinking of forgiveness and letting things go. When you're not able to forgive and let things go, now you're stuck in a lag. Because time is continuing. You have got lost in the hustle and bustle. You lost. And you're not able to proceed forward. You see, I'm not going forward. I'm going in the past. Because you're lagging. You're stuck on something in the past. You're lagging. So future steady coming. There's no growth in your future because you're stuck here in the past. So, yeah. Back in the now. Yeah. We're going to be here in the now. Yes. We're going to look forward to the future. However, we are embracing the now, the present that we have now. Yeah. Yeah. It's a matter of choice. Was your past so beautiful that you continue to look in the past and embrace it? Or do you realize that your future is shining so brightly so you continue to look forward to your future while embracing the beautifulness of now? Okay? You have seen during yoga or different times, people do this. They might even say namaste. This is another video I'm getting into, but I feel the need. I am the student and the teacher, okay? This symbolizes gratitude of now. The prayer hands, the gratefulness of now. Being in center and alignment with self in the now. Okay? Whew. That was beautiful. Okay? So I'm going to definitely have to create another playlist. I have a lot of playlists. I'm going to definitely get things a little more organized with my channel. But this one we will be beginning to delve, if I'm going to say the word dive. Deep divers. What's his name? Ralph Smart, Deep Divers. Thank you. Okay? That's one of his right there. Deep divers. Yes. I think we delve a little deeply there. It's all right though. You know. No more baby milk. We on to solid foods now. Okay? Yeah. We big boys and girls. We actually have formed into young adults. We have matured. We have awakened. Okay? I am proud of everyone. I really am. I must say that. You know, some people, maybe one person is like, Brad, what you proud of me? You don't even know me. Oh, loved one. Oh, loved one, I send you a big virtual hug, loved one. Kisses, okay? And love and light. Thank you to everyone that watched the video. Please leave me a comment. Feel free, okay? If you have a certain topic of discussion, perhaps, you know, put it in the comments. Feel free. Thank everybody that subscribed. If you have not took the time out to subscribe, yeah, and remember to do that. Like, do it like right now, perhaps, right? Hit the bell notification. Hit the like button as well if you could appreciate this video. And even share it. Share it. Things of this sort, you know, the things we see as deep, you know, are like too much. May have went over your head a little bit. You know, it's okay. It all takes time and in progress and processing. And this is just my perspective, okay? Share it on all your media platforms, okay? I do appreciate it. And I cannot leave without sending you guys love and light.